Welcome, people. It's Mr. Hawk again with a preview show. I hope everyone's fit and well. And yes, it's preview time. Nottingham Forest are back in action. This time, away to Sheffield United. Another massive game. Should we call it a Ben Osborne derby? Because every time we play against a lot, it's Ben Osborne derby. But it is what it is. People, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the like button, subscribe if you know. If you want to be a member as well, the link is below. If you want to get your score pictures as well, put in the comments below, and then we'll stop from there. But let's get to business. We've got a special guest. He's one of the funniest guys. I've got to, like I said, I said it on the last preview against. This is one of the funniest YouTubers, and people got to subscribe. The link is below. Johnny's back. How you doing, Johnny?
Still hungover from weekend. Anyway, it's nice to come back and talk football and actually be able to see straight again. So thank you for the nice intro. I don't know how funny I am today because I'm still recovering.
Listen, like I said, people, go and subscribe. The link is below. Go and subscribe to the vlog. It's a fantastic vlog. It's a natural vlog, and it's one of the top 5 vlogs YouTubers out there. But people, you got to go and subscribe. Right, Johnny, let's start. I'm going to talk about the last game, 1-1, and it was one of the games. I think it was Steve Cooper's. Was Steve Cooper manager? Steve was manager, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
I don't think he'd been there long, but he'd just come in or something, hasn't he?
Yeah. But yeah, let's talk about the game. Like you draw 1-1. What was your opinion about that game?
I don't know if I'd say for first 45, it was a bit of nothing, weren't it? It seemed to come on a bit alive in second half. We scored. I don't know, did you score? I can't remember.
You scored first.
Yeah,
you scored first.
We scored first. I thought we'd nicked it, if I'm honest, because you seemed to then pile on towards us as though you were like fighting for last minute promotion or something. It were like one of them all hands on deck, and you got one back. I say overall the draw were a fair result, but if any team were going to nick it, it were your lot. And it's one of them games I look back and remember well, because I think we were too slow to start. We didn't really get going properly, and it was more Slav football, weren't it?
Yeah, I was thinking like before we get to the new manager, like I remember like that game it was 1-1, but I think you had a good team as well, and you wasn't great, was you? Because I remember, if I do remember, Sheffield United fans they wasn't happy with the manager beforehand, and I thought now I know why. But was you happy United got rid of him?
Bit of a mixed bag, really. I like the fact he's gone, and that we don't have to watch that shower anymore. I don't like the fact that we brought him in and now we've had to pay him off when apparently, according to owner, we're skint. Do you know what I'm saying? It is. We should have, if we were going to put Heckingbottom in charge, we should have just done it at the beginning of the season. I had my doubts, proving me wrong every week. More than happy to be wrong. I'd rather me be wrong and team do well than me being able to stand on a pedestal and go, you know what, I were right. I'd rather be wrong. You know what I mean? Because that means teams doing better. And it's a lot better to watch. But with Slav, we had to make 13,000 passes in our own half before we dared go forward. And then when we did go forward, it worked slow and methodical. And it works with some teams. Like, that works with Fulham. And that works with, what were it before? Watford. That works with them. You know what it's like. You're a working class club, so are we. We like blood, guts, energy. Kick them into stand, shoot. That's it. That's all we ask for.
100%. You spoke about that you got rid of Slav, you put Heckingbottom, and as a Forest fan, right? And I'll be honest with you, Johnny. I was thought, wow, that's a bit of a strange appointment because like you got relegated, I thought you might have got someone who's more. I know you could class as the Slav as a high profile manager, but I thought you might have got another high pro manager. But Heckingbottom is local, he knows you lot, but. Was you surprised that you got the job?
No, not at all. We all thought he was going to get it at the end of last season when he was caretaker. 1, cheap option. 2, being at the club a while, managing youth team. So he knows the players. 3, knows the system they're already playing. So we thought he was going to get it. The only thing that surprised us was 4-year deal. That's the only bit that took us by surprise. But if he carries on like this, fair play. He's earned it. If for nothing more than just rescuing this season from being a nothing. He's a very, very good coach and one that I have a lot of time for as a supporter. I didn't know if his man management were there after looking what he did at Leeds and up in Scotland. But you look what he had to work with at Leeds and what he had to work with at Scotland. It was terrible. worse than what he had at Barnsley when he were doing well. So fair play to the guy. Good coach and long may it continue. I'll be very, very surprised if we sneak up. I'll be surprised if he's there at the end of next season. If we stay down and we're not fighting for the top 2 halfway through next season, again, I'll be very surprised. That's nothing against what he's doing. I just think that we've brought on a lot of new fans that, one, don't sing enough compared to crowds that were there in the Premier League. They've thought, we're going to support them. The lanes, you'll notice this when he comes from Bramall Lane, a bit off topic. I'm all up for it.
Johnny, you'll hear us. It's all right. You'll hear us more than you lot.
Well, that wasn't the case, though, a while back, were it? You remember the FA Cup game where we beat you? You remember the playoff games?
You had to mention that. You had to
sneak it in.
Right, Johnny, can I tell you something, right? I'm gonna lie. And Sheffield United fan, I do apologise. I was in your end.
Yeah.
I was in your, because my cousin was from Sheffield, and because Forest fans was sold out, and because he lives in Sheffield, he got me a ticket. So it was. Do you remember the Jimmy Patson goal?
Yeah.
When he scored, I was like, I wanted to celebrate. And I thought, silly, I can't do that. So, but I couldn't remember. It was 2 goals in the 90th minute. I couldn't believe it.
I think we equalised at 90th, and then we took it to extra time, didn't we?
Yeah,
and then we scored 2 in that, and then it weren't even over because you went and got another one. Just like, so we were sat there like that all the way through. But the point I was making is we've brought these fans on, and one, they don't sing enough compared to Faithful that's been there for Dross for the last 20 years. And two, that first, look, don't get me wrong, if manager's doing crap, I'll call it art as he's doing crap. If we're doing well and we're losing because we're unlucky, I'll call that something very different. But the type of fans we've brought on at the moment, if we're playing well but losing because we're unlucky, these are the kind of people who want him out, and they'll want a big name in. They'll want a Steve Bruce or somebody crap like that. And we all know how that turns out for clubs.
Yeah. We talk about how it's like your players, like you like us. You slowly get into the playoffs, and you've not done too bad. I know you lost to Millwall the other day, but
we always lose to Millwall.
Yeah, but you like us, like I said, you're doing really well, aren't you? And do you think the playoffs could be a big shout for you lot?
Asked me 2 weeks ago, especially after Blackburn win, I'd have said, yeah, we could probably go into the final and lose like we always do. But we're getting injuries now. And same problem we had in Premier League, we've got a wafer-thin squad, especially with some outgoings. I do think that unless some of these players come back, I don't mean come back for the rest of the season, but unless we start getting some right players in key places, there's nothing against the players that we put in there. I just think that they'll be running on dead legs by the end of the season, and we could lose out at the last minute. My biggest worry is up front because we've had to bring Daniel Jefferson back. He's not getting game day. He's so young. He's been doing all right at Burton. He's so young. We've got Ollie McClean up front, which is never good. So we've got Billy Sharp. Your guys know Billy Sharp. Billy Sharp scores goals. That's what he does.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
But he's what, 67 now? And he could play. He could play till he's 85. He's that good, and he's that physically fit. But realistically, how long can we keep playing him and expecting him to carry the team without him being knackered? And that's a problem we've got all over the pitch. Basham now, he's a key player. He could be out. So I think what could cost us in long run is just players not being fit enough to carry us every game.
People, get your comments in. If you want to ask Johnny any questions regarding Sheffield United, you can. And as well, people, get your predictions in as well for the Friday night game. Johnny, I always ask these fans. I think I asked you as well. I'll start the season. I know you're kind of itch. And what was your prediction at the start of the season? And now, what is your prediction you think you'll finish?
It's not changed, funnily enough. My opinion changed in the middle of the season, and now it's changed back. We got Jokanovic in, and my prediction were we were going to lose to Blackburn in playoff final.
It was, wasn't it? It was, wasn't it? Yeah.
That was my prediction.
Yes, it was.
And then the season were going on, and I was like, nah, we're just going to finish mid-table. But now we're doing well. It's gone back to we're going to lose to Blackburn in playoff final.
Oh, damn.
1-0. whatever it is, Brayton Diaz, 99th minute or something like that. We all know it's going to happen.
Oh man! So, do you think Blackburn would be a Blackburn and Sheffield United final? People in the comments, what do you think? Where do you think Sheffield United will finish? Sheffield United, they're just like Forest and Middlesbrough. We slowly get to the playoffs because it's going to be a fantastic game. It's going to be a good game as well. And I'm looking forward to it. Like, I think it's how many trips I've been to Bramall Lane? I've been to like 4 or 5 times now, and I've got a good record there. No, wait. I think I've won 1, drawn 1, and lost 1. That's my last game when we lost. What was the game? 2-0. I think that's the season you got promoted. But it's always a good day. But Sheffield United, they've got a good crowd. I think they're better than Sheffield Wednesday because Sheffield Wednesday boring, and that's what it is.
Nearly as boring as Derby.
Right, Johnny. Right, people in the comments. Right, Johnny made me laugh because I love watching his channel, and there was a little clip he sent me, and people, it's the funniest thing ever. And Forest fans, Johnny, we know what's happening. We know what's happening down at A52. What is your opinion about them lot down the road?
Liquidate him.
Tell everyone.
Just liquidate him. Get rid of him. Sick of him. Any other 99.9% of clubs in this whole setup, I'd say, no, you can't liquidate a club. Think of the fans. Derby, liquidate him. Get rid. Even Pigs, Rotherham, Leeds, all them. No, you can't have that club go out of business. Derby, no, can't stand them. Get rid. And people go, oh, the fans don't deserve that. Oh, don't they? When they were sat there singing Ismail Morris, he'll spend what he wants and goading it over teams that got relegated. Oh, they don't deserve it. Nah, sod them. I can't wait to see AFC Derby in Conference North Ryman League or something. Piss off, Derby. That's my opinion.
Is it because I love Billy Sharp. When he was at Forest, I love Billy Sharp, and I love that video from Billy Sharp as well. From he said he hates the club, he doesn't care about it. Blah blah. Where's it stem from? Like your hatred towards them, because you and Sheffield Wednesday rivals, but Derby, it's a weird one for you. Like you hate him so much, don't you?
I don't know if it's just me and Billy Sharp. I think we're only two well do like and Forest. Me, Billy Sharp, and Nottingham Forest. To me, it was just the way they acted with other fans. I can't stand Wednesday. And when they got points deduction and they were moaning about Derby and how they got away with it, etc. Because they cheated. And their fans were so arrogant about it. And then they're singing songs about a guy's dead kid and they're singing songs about calling somebody, I won't say it on YouTube because I don't want to get it demonetized, but calling him a Gary, let's put it that way. A Senor Glitter. You know what I mean? Things like that. It's not on. To me, that says a lot about a fan base to me. And that's why I've got no sympathy for him.
Wow. So it's official. Johnny hates Derby. I think I hate Derby, but I think Johnny hates more Derby than I do. But let's forget about that.
When you beat him the other day, I was the only one who actually cared. I was watching it in a pub before the matches, and you got the winner, and I was just diving around the pub on my own. I was like, "What's this idiot doing?" I'm like, "Wah!"
Oh, loving it. Right. People in the comments, I said, if there's any questions you want to ask Johnny, you can do. I think there's a few I've seen you to answer, Johnny. I think one from Anne asked, good evening, gentlemen. Do you think Oliver McBray will stay at Sheffield United next season because of me? I don't think his final cinders since he joined them or since them as much. So what's going on with Oliver McBride? What's going on with him?
He can't score a goal. That's what's going on. He's just we're playing him like a big, strong, tall centre forward. They got the tall bit right, but that's about it. And I'll have fans say he wins headers, in midfield. Do you know what I mean? He's not a Sheffield United player. He works in a Swansea where he can just goal line and you slide it in on the floor and pug it. The 2 goals he scored for us in the Premier League were Ollie McBurney goals. But we don't play like that. That's not the way we play. And to me, as a character, I like him. As a football player, he frustrates the hell out of me because I've stuck up for him And as I'd love to go out for a pint with him. I wouldn't start him in my Sunday League team. That's how I'd sum it up.
Wow.
He'd do really well. I'm trying to think of a club then, and it just went out of my brain. He'd do well back at Swansea.
Yeah, he would.
I think he'd thrive at a club like that. I think he would. Nobody probably like me saying that, but at the moment, if we start with McBurney up front, you're in for an easy time.
There's another one as well. I think you mentioned it. Is Chris Basham fit?
I don't think he is. There's rumours he could be out for the rest of the season, and that's as bad as losing all the strike force because he's out at team. We did see Sander Berger slot in defence against Blackburn and play brilliantly, something we never knew we had to him. But we out bashed here, it's always a big miss for me. A guy we never fancied at any other clubs, even when we had Adkins and stuff, people didn't really fancy him here. But ever since Sir Wilder of Chris came in, he kind of found his position, he found his role, and he's never looked back. And he's just got better and better and better. And like I said earlier, come to a key point of a season to lose him, it's like losing Jack O'Connell in the Premier League. It's an hammer blow.
And I mentioned that, like I said, I mentioned this at Ben Osborne derby, and I did Chapo at that and said, Johnny, how's Osborne doing with you? Remember, he beat me at Grand Cloughie last game. We went down from Premier first team. You got, like I said, you got quite a lot of ex-Forest players. You got Ben Osborne, you got Robinson, you got Goldrick. You did have Guardiola, but he's gone to Burton now. So how's Ben Osborne doing? Because Forest fans, it was hit and miss at Forest. I think we spoke about it another time. But what's he like at Sheffield United now?
Exactly the same. If he plays well, it's a 5-star game. If he plays well, he's unplayable. He don't have bad games. He just has games where he goes missing, if that makes sense. Where he doesn't really do it wrong. He don't add anything. If somebody offered me a couple of million for him, I'd probably take it. Again, nothing against the lad. Just football-wise, just what we've got at our disposal and what we need in a team to build. If we're going to stick with the same system, the same philosophy, I just think that there's better options out there for the money we could raise from selling Ben Osborne. And that's a shame because the ability is there for everybody to see. He's got more ability than quite a lot of players in the team, but he's just far too inconsistent. On to the other one for Cloughie's last game. That was my 4th ever away game as a nipper. And I remember Cloughie waving to United fans when we were singing Cloughie for England after the game. So, good memories of that.
We're talking about John Robinson, and has he been playing like a free centre back at your club?
Again, I can't fault Robinson as coming in. When Robinson makes a cock up, it's a massive cock up, like really bad. But when he's on it, he's brilliant. He does have more good games than bad games most of the time. My only issue with Robinson is when we're playing him in that 3, he can be a bit. When he's going out to the left and drifting out to the left, it can leave us a bit exposed in the middle sometimes. But as we call him, Jackie Long Throw. That long throw is always a good weapon to have. He's not scared of going in for a challenge. We take to him more than some other players because when he does go for it, there's a bit of blood and guts about him, and we like that in a player. I just wish that when he didn't mess it up, he didn't mess it up so spectacularly.
I think 2 more questions for you, Johnny, before we leave. What player have you been impressed with so far? Like I said, Higginbottom, he could come in, but what player that has been impressed with you so far the season so far?
League One Wes, good old League One Wes in between sticks. We got Olsen. We thought yes, we lost Dean Henderson. I was never a Ramsdale fan. I still think he's going to get caught out eventually at Arsenal. I don't think he's as good as everybody thinks he is. A lot of people call me out and they say, he's doing this, he made that. Say, he's got nothing. He's Pickford. He's a taller Pickford to me. Very overhyped as a goalkeeper. So we brought Robin Olsen in and we thought, we're onto something here. He looks a good keeper. And he was a joke. I'd rather have stuck my young in it net. And he plays for under 11s. Do you know what I mean? So when he got injured, and we were all happy. It sounds horrible. We were all happy to hear that he got injured because it means we don't have to play him. And we thought, we've got Wes Fotheringham, League One Wes. How's he going to go on? And you know what? He's been brilliant. Didn't expect him to be as good as he has. He's just confident, good at getting the ball, acrobatic, makes some good point blank saves, and he's strong and confident. And that's what we've missed from a keeper since Dean Henderson. So for me, he's my standout.
I just forgot. It's just Gibbs White play for you lot still.
Gibbs White still for us, yeah.
He'll score past Forest. He always scores past Forest.
He did last time.
Can you remember? I saw. Did I say he scored past us? And he did.
You did. The only thing is, he might not play because he's just come back from injury. Bad
I'm
injury.
praying. I'm
And
praying.
the times he's played, he's not looked that convincing. But in the Swansea game, even though he didn't look that good, he still grabbed 2 goals.
I hope he doesn't. He's like he scored against us against Wolves.
Yeah.
He scored against us for you lot. He can't score passes again, man. I've had enough of him. He's a good player as well. I like him. And
But he'll be one of them. He'll be one of them. He'll score past you all the time. So when he eventually goes up for sale, you'll go and buy him and he'll never hit back at net again. That's what we did with McBurney. Scored against us for Barnsley. Scored against us for Swansea. Oh, we'll buy him. Scored 2 goals in like three seasons. It's the way it always goes.
That's with Forest as well, because we've got Lara Taylor. And he scored against us against Tottenham, and we brought him. This is what Forest do. They score past us, we buy him.
Yeah.
Don't play great for us. Happens with Forest every single time.
So
right, people. Last one is get your score predictions in as well. I'll get Johnny's score prediction as well. Like I said, if you are on the channel, please do hit like and subscribe for you know. Last but not least, Johnny, what is your score prediction for Friday's game? I keep thinking it's Thursday. Why do I keep thinking it's Thursday? I think it's Thursday. What's your score prediction for Friday?
I think it's going to be another 1-1, you know.
Really?
I reckon you'll score early on. It'll be your game for about 75 minutes. Then we'll come to life, and I reckon we'll bag an equaliser anywhere between 80 and 85th, and then it'll just be 2 teams. That's what it's going to be, and then both teams for the last 5 minutes are just going to kick 10 shades out of each other, just trying to get it back up fit. I can see that's where it's going to be. I can see there being a sending off in this one and all.
Oh, don't say that.
I don't know remember, but I can see it.
You know, I don't know if you remember this, John. When you lot beat us 2-0 at your ground, I think who was it? Our centre back, Billy Luan. He got sent off, and it was a disgusting tackle. It was a stupid tackle from him. But no, that can't happen. It's not going to happen, people. It's not going to happen because I want to go there. We need to win because, like I said, as I mentioned, the 3 teams of like our own form. Like us. I personally think you're on form, and Middlesbrough. Because who's in the playoff shot? Blackburn, Luton. Who else is there?
Luton aren't staying there. I know it sounds arrogant to say, but Luton aren't staying there.
Nah, I think I was watching. I was on the way to work. I was on the phone watching the Chelsea game, and there was looking there. But before you go, what's your running like? Because we've got tough running. What's your running like? I know you got Forest, but who's your running? Is it tough?
We've got Borough coming up straight after that.
Have you?
Yeah, I've got him here actually. Give me a sec.
Wow.
It's yeah, sorry about this. I did have it up and that friggin' internet's gone.
Oh, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. We've got Forest, then Borough, then Coventry, then Blackpool and Barnsley.
Ooh,
I don't know. Look at Barnsley over there.
They beat Misby, didn't they?
Yeah.
Wow.
They're a bit like Millwall. They like playing teams that are in form just to piss on us as bonfires. That's all they ever do. I can see it in playoffs. I can see it being Blackburn in 3rd, you're in 6th, us in 5th, and Borough in 4th. I see us sneaking past Borough. I see Blackburn beating you on penalties, and then Blackburn.
Oh, don't say that, Johnny. Don't put. Oh, don't.
And then Blackburn's going to beat us with that horrible 90th minute 1-0 goal at Wembley. That's how it's going to go. My money's on it.
Oh, don't. No. I'm not really thinking of that. We're on good form. I'm not thinking what Johnny's thinking. There's not a chance. John, it's been a pleasure. Thank you very much for coming to the channel. As well, people, you've got to subscribe to Johnny's show view. It is a fantastic channel. It's just like mine. We go to away day. We have fun with your mates, and it's a crack. Like I said, people, go on. Like I said, the link is below. It's a fantastic YouTube channel. Luckily, Jane, you are going to the game, aren't you?
I am going to the game. I went to the last game. I can't put any evidence of it online because it were a mess. I am going to this game. Any Forest fans, if you want to come and have a quick word, I'm doing something for pitch football. I need some Forest fans looks at the season. If you spot me near the train station or near the away end and you're a nice, friendly fan, come and say hello and I'll get you on. People, like I said, I'll be there. Don't be shy. People are shy to come up to these YouTubers like this. We're not like these stuck-up YouTubers. Just come up to us. And like I said, I'm doing something with Johnny as well. So people, like I said, if you see Johnny, don't be shy. Right, people, it's been a pleasure. Johnny, it's been a pleasure. Like I said, subscribe to Johnny's
YouTube channel. The link is below. Make sure you do subscribe to my channel as well, like as well. I'll be going to the game as well. If you see me, get on the vlog. If you see Johnny, get on his vlog. Johnny, it's been a pleasure. Thank you for coming on, and hopefully a win for the Forest. And last but not least, can you give us up the Reds?
I can't get that now. Thank you for having me on. I always appreciate it. I'll give you an up the blades and a big sweaty F off derby. How's that?
Right, peace and love, and up the Reds.